tour of Muir Trail Ranch. And I'm at the southwestern most perimeter of the ranch right now, looking at that stream that flows down through this side of the property. And my understanding is there is a hiker campground, and I'm not sure whether it's on the other side of the stream or at another location, but there is a hiker campground here that you can stay at. Alright, down on this side of the property here by the stream, see, we got a fence that runs across here. And they do have a rope crossing tether, so you can see some buildings back there. I'm not sure whether that's for private guests or is that part of the staff here that work at Muir Trail Ranch. And as we proceed down the path here and head back into what I call Main Street, you can see the massage therapist tent right there. Kath had a nice little massage there last year. And if we walk down here about 100 yards, we're going to come to the beginning of the cabins that you can rent here at Muir Trail Ranch. And I'm assuming that those ones behind us are for staff. So they have approximately, I think, eight of these cabins, one of which Kath and I are staying in. Alright, so here we are on the path, headed up along Main Street, and there's the first of the cabins that you can see going this direction. I believe that's cabin number 8. They're all pretty much identical. So you've got cabin 8, 7, and 6. Kath and I are down there a little bit farther in cabin 4. But immediately to the right of this cabin 8 is the laundry area. And you can see that they've got a nice clothesline, set of clotheslines where you hang your washed items on, and this is what they call the laundry. So you got your old-fashioned, I say old-fashioned, anyway, you put your laundry in there with the lid on it. The lid's over there. Actually, before you do that, you can put in some laundry detergent, and then you've got a hand crank right here. You can just rotate that baby around and around to go as many times as you want. And if you want to squeeze out your clothes, you got a squeeze out thing here where you can squeeze out your wet clothes, and then you take them over and you hang them up. See, they got a hose set up here. This is all a cold water operation unless you're going to bring your jet boil down here and boil water to put in here. So that's the laundry area, and directly in front of the laundry area we've got the corrals. And in this particular corral that I'm walking up on right now, they were doing some training. Last year they had one of the horses in here that the trainer, the horse whisperer, was working with. And you can see back in the back there, this is a pretty big operation. They've got a lot of horses, I'd say 30, 40 horses back there. And they use those horses to not only transport resupply up and down the trail for their guests that stay here, but in Texas we call this a dude ranch, and that you can come up here from the city and you can pay a fee, and they'll put you on top of a horse and they'll haul you down the trail on top of a horse to a campground. We saw 2 groups yesterday hiking in that were headed down to the same campsite that Kath and I stayed at last night, which is the Goddard Canyon campsite area there. So big operation. And then back up a little ways there, further down the right, you can see it looks like staff cabins back there for the staff to stay at. All right, picking up where we left off, we're back out on Main Street. There's cabin number 8, and we're going to continue walking in a northeasterly direction along Main Street. See the other cabins over there. There's cabin number 6. And coming up is cabin number 7. Excuse me, 5. And here's our cabin, cabin number 4. If you can see Kath back there, she's doing the laundry right now. My job is to haul some of it down to the clothesline here in a few minutes when I get done with my tour and start hanging laundry up to dry out. And here is our Z-Packs triplex. Got it turned upside down right now, but we're getting it aired out. We'll brush off some of the dust and get it ready to go for tomorrow. So we're continuing down Main Street. A few more cabins. Here, there's cabin 3, cabin 2, and cabin 1. And now we're getting down into what I call Muir Trail Ranch Central, and you'll see why here in just a minute. And just like the center of most towns, MTR has a flagpole in the middle of the town square down here. Town Central. That building back there is the store called the Shake House. And immediately to the right of the Shake House here is the Grease Supply Center. You come down here and you can see they've got a nice little building there, stone building, and they've got probably 100 beer canisters in there waiting for resupply. And they've got the hiker box extravaganza. People that have stuff that they don't need anymore, you come and drop your items off here in these buckets, and then other people come through who are also getting rid of stuff but looking for other items that you can't buy in the store. They'll go through these hiker buckets and they'll pull out items that they need for their hiking adventure. See the various labels on them. And some are fuller than others. Here's home packaged food products, oatmeal, sealed mountain house meals, commercially packaged food. There's all your leftover buckets. When people are finished with their resupply, they can bring your empty resupply bucket down here and leave it for recycling. And then when you bring your trash in, they can dispose of, as the sign reads, plastic and foil, paper, and batteries, other canisters, like the trash bins here. So that's where you put your trash. And please note that they do not accept used toilet paper, because one of the rules on the trail is you have to carry all your toilet paper out with you. So they don't take it here. Okay. So let's continue on up from the flagpole then to the east. And the north. And here's the store. They do have what they call low-speed internet access in there, and for $10 you can get 15 minutes on the internet to check your email, but there's no watching high resolution, high speed video. In fact, they've even got a little sign there that says no Facebook, YouTube, ESPN upload and downloads. So if you're used to the high speed world.
Bye. If for chances there is recharge cable available, so I don't have to dig through my pack. Yeah, what do you have there? It's a 5.
And so here's your store.
Give me a halfway charge without digging.
And a shelf full of items specific for hikers. And if you need to mail something home to yourself or to somebody else, they got priority mailboxes here you can fill out, and they'll ship them out for you for a fee, obviously. So that takes care of the store. As I said earlier, I said Shaker House. It's actually the Shake House store, established 1895. There's one of their ranch dogs right there. All the dogs are working dogs, so they tell them not to feed them. You can see they're having a good time. Spring water. All the water in the cabins is non-potable, so if you need water, you can either come down here and that little faucet right there will fill you up in a hurry. It's got good pressure to it, and it's all fresh spring drinking water. You can see it says this water is for drinking only. Please no cleaning, bathing, or washing here. And I believe one of the main caretakers lives there. This is their school, and they have children here in the school year. Nice little place. And continuing on up, got some more living quarters here. This building right here, we talked to the workmen this morning when we finished the breakfast, and they're actually destabilizing this building right now. Going to have to put a new foundation in there. They're going to have to jack it up a little bit, and they're going to they're going to take out the entire bottom and refurbish the top of it, because it's not level right now, and they're trying to make sure that it doesn't end up falling over on itself. So a lot of work there. Obviously some kind of storage shed right there. And you can see the back of the what I call the cookhouse or the bunkhouse, where we had breakfast this morning at the Diamond D Ranch. There's Diamond D Ranch. And here's the bunkhouse or the cookhouse. Nice facility. They make great food in there. Put a little sign up on the Muir Trail Ranch out there. So the next building up is what they call the lounge. Guests, again, it's not for general hiking population. A room full of very comfortable furniture to sit in, relax. You've got several different books about the area here. Some memorabilia. And most people gather here just before dinner at night, have casual conversations with the other guests, which is what we did last night. And if you like board games, they've got this huge locker full of board games in there for guests to be able to play games. And you can see some of the other decorations here. Got these woven baskets, got some great pictures of horses there playing in the meadow. Really nicely done. The interior here is very rustic. And now as we proceed out the opposite end of the lounge, we're going to be heading over to Kath and I's favorite spot here at Muir Trail Ranch. It's one of the hot spring spas, the first of two. See the entryway here. They've done such a beautiful job of setting these things up. They're just absolutely gorgeous on the inside. The workmanship is just incredible. You can see how it's all laid out. That area on the opposite side of the pool is the changing area. Got 105-degree water down there in the spa. See all the beautiful planting that they've done inside here. See, it's pretty much an open air except for underneath the changing area. They got a little cover there. There's the meadow out there. And so when you're ready to come into the spa, you just come in here and close the door. You can lock the door behind you. You can proceed on around over here to where the changing area is. And the first thing you do is wash yourself off. They've got water there in that pool. You get some soap and shampoo, and you take all your clothes off. You basically take your shower or bath here with the pot of water, pouring pots of water over your head until you're all cleaned up and rinse off. They don't want soap suds in the big pool, so once you're cleaned off there in the little area there, the shower area, you can climb down into that 105-degree water and just sit in there and soak. And you can see how they've built that pool there. Trees. It's unbelievable. They actually have a couple of trees inside the confines of the spa area. Except we got locks on the doors, little sliding locks, so that you can get yourself some privacy while you're in there soaking. And at that spa number one, is to continue in the same direction here around the back of that spa. Yes, spa number two. And this is where Kath and I went yesterday when we went there. And it's the same kind of setup. You can come in here, close the door, step into the wash basin here and clean up, make sure you're all clean and all the soap has been washed off yourself. That way you don't end up clogging up the main pool here. And then when you've cleaned up, you can pile into the pool and soak for up to 20 minutes. Again, just a little covering here for the changing area. The rest of it is open. Some beautiful views down there. Okay. And then if you were to continue along the same direction back in behind there. You can see, you can hear the generator running back there, and I think they have some kind of storage or electrical grid or something back there in a couple of those buildings. And I think that is on top of the hill there to the right, that is the chef's caretaker cabin, because it says on the sign out front there, Culinary Heights. Which is a hint. And that basically concludes our tour of Muir Trail Ranch. Hope you've enjoyed it.